Hello, beautiful stars, earth, air, fire, and water. I hope everyone has been staying prayed up, blessed up, and doing what you do best. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful late night out here in Rainchild's Corners. And I just hope you all continue to do no other than what's having and staying on your paths, okay? All right. And so let me go on ahead and clear for some communication. I had already cleared earlier, okay? But I'm going to do it again. Okay. Clear any kind of negative energy on your behalf and mine because your girl has been out and about. Yes, 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 y'all. And, since nobody never get to see my face, we're gonna change that though. We're gonna change that because I'm gonna do a whole new little setup here, okay? And I guess I'm gonna have to be like the news reporter lady and, you know. Yes, I got on my scarf. I'm about to go to work. Yep, got my hair in a ponytail, yeah. Okay, so this is going to be like short and quick and to the point, okay? And I got this on here because I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do this last if I have enough time. Let me see. Okay, let me see, darling. Okay. They're going to play a hit on you. On whatever you do, but you gotta stay true, and you can make it through. All right, let me stop. Yeah, people gonna forever play a hate on you, no matter what you do. You know what I'm saying? On whatever you do, no matter what you do, but you gotta stay true. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna make it through, you know people gonna forever play on your top and on your name. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, it'd be nerve-wracking or whatever, but you know, when you used to stuff like this, just be used to it. You know. But what I did learn the last season, I learned that no matter how much you could try to love somebody, no matter how much you could try to make somebody see what it is that you're seeing or whatever it is you may be going through, a person is not going to see your side of the story. They're not going to see who you are as a person. They are not going to take you saying that you love them at face value, because when they are in their own mode, doing their own thing, they could possibly just be in a mode where they're working on themselves. They could also possibly be in a mode where they're loving someone else. You know what I'm saying? And even if the person that they are loving is a horrible person and came up against you and just did all kind of mess, whatever the case may be, you take what applies, you know what I mean? And if they came up against you or whatever, and someone that you've been knowing for 100 damn years, you know what I'm saying, since childhood, you know, basically just took sides with somebody else, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking like childhood, I'm talking young, like kickball childhood, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking like on a consistent level, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about a childhood friend that you met, you know what I'm saying, and you hung out with for maybe 2 or 3 months and then disappeared, and then you ain't see them for another damn 20, 30 years, and then they come back in your life because they're not the same person. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about someone who you have history with, and if they switched up on you for that type of person, you know what I'm saying, a person that was just bad, you know, they'll get over it. They'll learn the lesson. You know what I'm saying? And if it happened to be people, you know what I'm saying, that you don't even really know, that think they know you because they think they know your story. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't come to you to tell you something, you know what I'm saying? If somebody knew something that was going on with you and they seen a person being hurt and knew all about it, why didn't they come forth and just tell you? You know what I'm saying? Why did they have you just looking crazy? You know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is, you know, sometimes you find out these things without people even saying a damn word. They don't have to. God will let you know. You know what I'm saying? And then for the people out here who like to mock God and be like, let God, you know, and be talking about themselves being God, man, child, y'all, and people who judge people and think they ain't worthy. You know what I'm saying? Not worthy of God's grace, not worthy of the things that they get or whatever, or even the things they work hard for, that they put their own foot to the damn metal. You know what I'm saying? That they worked for. And then you gonna say they don't deserve that and they need to be humbled? Sounds like your ass need to be humbled. But it's coming. Oh, it's coming. Then you run around here listening to the damn wrong people and all that mess. That's crazy. That's just absolutely insanity. And then you try to give a person space. You try to give people space so they will come to their fucking senses. And excuse me for cursing, I'm so sorry. But for a person, you try to give a person space so they can come to their senses, to realize and be able to open their eyes and see exactly what's going on around them. Or, you know, that's for the ones who are unaware. And then the ones that are aware, maybe they'll come to their damn senses and then come to you and tell you something. But you know, people are going to be exactly who they are. They're not holier than thou. You know what I'm saying? You know, by thinking they are the ones who's going to judge somebody and stop somebody from doing something that they do. That is none of your business and none of your concern. If you didn't take the initiative to stop a motherfucker from being out there on a damn stage, you know what I'm saying, at a club, a nightclub, being an exotic dancer, and that's just an example. But yes, I was one in the past. But if you ain't stop a motherfucker from doing that shit when they was in their early 20s, and you seen that, you know, some people have, you know, certain people have changed. You know, people could have been doing all kind of things in their early 20s. But then, as time progressed, you know, they started acting a little different. And then they cut all that mess out, whatever it was that they were doing. You know what I'm saying? And you see they changed. They, you know, literally changed. And then for some people to actually say that some of these people are evil, a lot of these people are never evil. The problem is they just don't change so much. They don't even act like the way that you're still acting. Some of you all have not even grown. But then this one particular person just moved on and grew, and you couldn't stand to see somebody just move on and grow. And she's not doing the things that she used to do, or he's not doing it. He ain't no drug dealer no more. She ain't a dancer no more. They've changed. You know what I'm saying? He ain't a hoe no more. She ain't a hoe no more. These people grew up, got married, got a family now. But yet, you just can't see past these things. You act like these people are so unlovable, and just to the point where you just want to be unstoppable and want to stop them. That's a shame. And at this late in the game, you know what I'm saying? When you should have been there for a person and tried to stop them from doing what they was doing. But no, you were benefiting off of a person who was probably doing the fuck shit they was doing in the past. You was probably benefiting off of it. Or right there with them. You know what I'm saying? But then when you see the fact that cards, you know, change a person and save the person's life, literally, you want to call it evil? Look, child, if something like this would change a person to be celibate until they meet that special someone that they're supposed to be with and not out here whoring around, you know what I'm saying? Or you know, if it stops a person from being out there on the streets, you know what I'm saying, selling their ass, if it stops a person, you know, from just being the worst person, just horrible, mean, grouchy, you know, being diabolical, being a narcissist, or being in that narcissist type of energy. And if it just stops a person from blaming everybody else and turning everything inward toward themselves so they could actually be able to open up and see who they are as a person and realize who they really are, to heal. If these stop that, child, I ain't got nothing negative to say about it. Because God comes in all different forms. This is where people get it twisted. God will speak through anybody and come through anything. That's what you fail to realize, because God made us in his image. In us, we make these things. You know what I'm saying? And so you think God ain't gonna talk through them. Y'all done took some of the things that y'all done learned to a whole different level when you know good and damn well who done altered it. Child, please. A lot of people ain't even ready, and a lot of people play too much. Be all up in your energy. And you know exactly what I mean. And I ain't talking about just up in your energy as far as, you know, just being in your soul and stuff like that. No, half of these people ain't even got the fucking gift to do that. They do it in a more technology way to spy on you. Not all of them, but there are a specific few who have and do. Be all up in your energy so much, child, be knowing what the hell you done had to eat. And that's a damn shame. That you that fucking bored that you gotta be all up in somebody's energy like that. Be all up in your energy so much to the point where y'all just go around harassing people.
We know why y'all be spying, because y'all be trying to find out our remedies and stuff. You know, because we timeless over here. We can't help it. We know it. Y'all 20, 10, 20 years younger, honey, and looking older, Chad.
Yes. It's very concerning. And a lot of people should be concerned with themselves and be ashamed at that.
You know, the more they hold you back, the more time they waste of yours. That's why you age backwards.
But, you know, with all the problems.
Hey, 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 hey.
A lot of people, you know, they'll destroy things and mess things up. And then they'll just move on like they ain't never done nothing. What is it that they could have possibly destroyed? Probably a twin flame union, or it could have been your twin flame. You know what I'm saying? That was all up in your energy. Being concerned, possibly that you're just basically sick of this twin flame or fake flame. You know what I'm saying? Obviously something was wrong, you know, because maybe they thought you was going to be moving on. Maybe you had an argument or something and they thought you was really gone forever. And then they flipped out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe got some people to jump all up in your energy. You just looking and watching, child. Damn shame. Looking for what? Yeah. Be wanting people to be in this type of energy right here. Be wanting to put people, you know, through emotional pain, because some people like to see people in pain. They love it. They live for it because they're so fucking sick within themselves. They can't. That's the only way some people can actually feel something, when they make somebody else hurt. Or they be so jealous. Want to watch you and watch you and watch you. Be concerned. You know, this could be an ex too. This could be an ex. Your ex could also be the person who's diabolical and all up in your energy. You know what I'm saying? You could have possibly dropped your son off. You know what I'm saying? Went to use the bathroom, left your cell phone right there, and guess what? They done picked it up. They even downloaded the app that's hidden. Or, you know, there's like a whole bunch of apps that you don't even need to download stuff from. But, you know, I'll just hold all that myself. You know, if you want to find out a lot of things or whatever it is, you can go look it up, you know. Sometimes you ask people questions, they'll just act like they don't even hear you. And that means just go look it up. Okay? Alright. Yeah. Because they already known after all this time you done been moved on with your life. You know, you thinking you could still be friends. Maybe they thinking y'all twin flames. You know what I'm saying? But really, when you was moving on, maybe you was going to see your twin flame. And they couldn't have that, man. By you actually, this is how it's going. I was going to have a 3 scenario story here, but I'm trying not to damn make it all night, okay? But, yeah. Your ex was concerned. You were moving on. You probably went and dropped your son off, you know what I'm saying, during the birthday week or whatever. Maybe they was going to, you know, do something fun for the 21st birthday. And you done met with your twin flame, so you about to go hang out with your twin flame, right? So here they are, all up in this energy right here, getting, you know, thinking in old nostalgia thoughts. And this mug done been married like 2 or 3 damn times on the 3rd marriage, and that marriage already done failed. You know what I'm saying? But yet they worried about what you doing, and you grown as hell. You know, wanting to stir up a whole bunch of mess with a whole bunch of people, you know, just to try to get back at you, because they just can't stand the fact that you're actually moving on and been done moved on, but you're actually happy for once. After everything you've been through, you're actually happy. Yeah, child. You were happy. And it had this mug in the Twilight Zone. All up in his head. Full of, you know, full of confusion. And then got to thinking, you know, some type of illusional thoughts. Thinking how they can, you know, control the narrative. Try to destroy a whole bunch of things for you. You know what I'm saying? These people sometimes, when they narcissists, you know, from your past, they will do anything to try to destroy your happiness. And then you'll be all up in your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You have to stand your ground, basically. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these people, you have to not let these people get up in your energy like this. You know, to the point where, yeah, and this person could possibly be, this is an Ice King. Your ex is probably a, yeah, Ice King. That stands for air sign. This could be a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. Your ex. So I'm just going to stick that right there. Yeah. Yeah, you can't let these people invade your space like that. Alright, too many flipped over. I'm gonna do this over. Yeah, because you know, number 92, you're in your divinity. You know what I'm saying? And from what I'm hearing right here, you was also trying to help someone else. Help them to go in the right direction as far as their divinity. Yeah. And so you had to there was, you know, some type of endings that happened with this. Someone got in their feelings and they wanted to stop some things, you know, thinking they can control the narratives, you know, and getting all kind of people involved, you know, with all these crazy stories, you know what I'm saying? Because you're the sweetheart. You are the sweethearts. And you're very intuitive. Oops. Very intuitive. And possibly the person, the one who you were associated with, you know, they're a high honored person. Okay? You know, so, you know, people try to, I'm hearing, put things on them. Yeah, child, you were, with this high honored male here, that's your twin, you were in complete bliss. In complete bliss and complete love. No wonder why you looking like this, child. I'm hearing, you knew exactly what was going on and you knew where it came from and everything. You knew how it all started. You knew exactly what happened. But you just held it in. Yeah. And it was a big old surprise to a lot of people. You know, that things happened the way it did, and also there's a surprise coming. You know, a lot of people were duped into thinking they was going to receive a lot of money for helping this Ice King out here. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't hold no power over you or anything. You are a solid working individual. You raising your kids by yourself. Some of you all have already raised your kids by yourself without the help. And this is what God's going to grant you. You're getting a surprise. Actual money, child. And I'm going to pull just a few more and I'm going to get out of here. Okay. And so, what do we need to expect about this whole thing, since everything is all screwed up now? Because obviously someone came into the equation, which was the Ice King here, who was concerned, you know, about you. You know what I'm saying? Moving on with your life, with your twin flame, basically. You know, this was a high honored male, you know, and it put this Ice King, you know, in despair and in confusion because they realize you're really doing something. You know what I'm saying? The love that you had you in bliss. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, yeah, you might have had some little arguments or something like that. Maybe they thought you wasn't coming back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just hearing, you know, someone found out that there was an argument, and this gave this Ice King the ammunition to try to swoop in.
Cause they are nosy,
even though
they were spying.
You have no desire. Yeah, swoop all the way in with a whole community of people against you to make you bow down. That's what I'm hearing, bow down. Yep. I wanted you to bow down to the Ice King. Child. So they could basically, yeah.
Yeah, it was an ex,
Yep.
ex, and an ex-friend. And they were literally
Because basically just to
trying
ruin your new beginning.
to kill a
Wanted to
bird
ruin your
with
new
two
beginning.
stones. They were doing
And possibly take over some abundance of some sort. Had it all stuck up in their mind about taking over somebody's abundance. That's what I'm hearing. Spreading false narratives with these community. Just a whole shit show. Literally. And I just got these cards. Just got them. Got these. from Intuitive Kev. These are some cool cards. Love them. Yeah. Wanting to take over somebody's money. So possibly you here, you're probably a boss in some type of boss energy. And they wanting to possibly take over your abundance. Maybe you might even have a new business here, a new business.
Anubis?
Because we have child here. That's like a new beginning. So that's some type of new business here that you really fully ain't even got your feet wet in. And they knew that. And so they wanted to take over your abundance. But maybe this is where this surprise is going to be coming in, this actual money.
Surprise, surprise.
You know, everybody ain't where they want to be. Yeah, child, look. Everybody ain't where they want to be, exactly where they want to be right now. But you know, I know you worked hard. You worked very, very hard. You can see you work hard.
Your blessings coming. Just keep on working. La 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 la. Just wait and see.
And working real hard. Cause all these monies, pinnacles, and dollars and stuff coming up. Some type of surprise and money. Yeah, when you work hard, you get money. Might not be visible where everybody can see it. Cool. But some people be straight, you know.
You gotta be a fool, let somebody see what you really got going on, child.
But people be nosy, man.
Raw folks. Come up over here, you might be surprised, surprised.
And someone here was, this person is in the South Node. You know what I'm saying? Wanted to just abuse you. Put abuse upon you. Wanted you in a lot of pain. Because you're sexy and successful, and now you're single, sexy and successful still, with or without, it doesn't matter.
And you might not even think you're successful, but other people will see it like that. So it's all in how you think, you know what I'm saying? But congratulations.
Yeah. Because this person here, you're sexy, single, and successful, honey. This person was working with a whole community of people, even working with mentally and unstable and mentally unstable people. Mentally and emotionally unstable people. Working with people like this. You know, probably someone they emotionally manipulated. And meanwhile, you know, they galloping down the hall, you know what I'm saying, with a whole crew of bullies. You're still having achievements. You know, I'm hearing this ain't even your first rodeo with this. They done this before to you in the past, and you knew it was them too. Me trying to have everybody on your path, everybody looking you up, man. I just heard they ain't never seen so many people looking people up online. Like someone's name has been searched so many times, and then you got LifeLock, and you get all these alerts and stuff. You know, I can only imagine. These cards at one time. Yeah. Alright. I have to see where I'm at right now. Alright, it's time for me to get on out of here. Yeah. Because the veil has been lifted. Completely lifted. Over and out. You know, I'm hearing it was a whole bunch of people using the same cloak. It did. I'm hearing they put the blame. They're trying to put the blame all on one person. Yeah, causing the whole fucking destruction. Excuse me. Sorry. All right. Let me get one more. Caused a whole bunch of destruction, a whole bunch of mess, but still, pretty much the outcome then came out. We can go on and on and on with this story, and it's still going to be the same thing. But there's a surprise coming, and it's going to be actual money.
Unexpected money.
It might not take the place of, it might not take the place of someone, but with this lust energy here, for some of you all, maybe it was just lust, maybe it wasn't actual love. That's for some of you all. Yeah, because this is how I see it. This Ice King here could have been in this lust energy for their, for their ex. You know what I'm saying? Didn't like the fact that she was moving on. Realizing she's a starseed here, and then you got this Jezebel right here. Look like they wanted to sandwich you in. They wanted you in the mix. I'm just here. Shorty swing my way. Oof. I just heard, Chad. I don't go that way. See? It's a whole third party situation that they're into. And they wanted to sandwich you in. They wanted to sandwich the starseed sweetheart in.
And
what's going on with this?
They ain't going for that. He wishing on a star for real.
Know you got the gift, Chad. You got the
delusional.
This just beautiful. They know you got gifts. All kind of gifts, abundant gifts coming through. You work hard, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to basically destroy you. He wanted to destroy you. But the veil has been lifted. You know exactly where it came from. But sometimes I understand with people, sometimes you have your little doubts and stuff, because it just be too much. It be so much. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Sometimes, we try to be friends with our exes or whatever the case may be, especially when you have a kid or children with them. But sometimes, it just doesn't work out like that because it don't do nothing but, cause a whole bunch of animosity. Cause a whole bunch of animosity. And here you are, you be trying to be a mature woman about the situation, be the divine feminine about the situation, Child, please. It just be a whole mess for nothing. Alright, so let me roll these dice right quick, okay? I thought I was going to use some more cards, but obviously not. Not tonight, okay? But yeah, these cards are amazing. Now I got to hurry because my battery's almost dead. Alright, I'm gonna roll these dice and I'm gonna see what kind of messages we're gonna get, alright? And this is gonna be the closing message. Okay, that went off. Okay. So what is this on the way? Let me see. Heal your broken heart. All right, so let's just say September, even in March right here. You know, there was some type of cheating that went on with somebody, even in November. But they're saying never give up, and it says heal your broken heart. Okay, that's what came. It's just on the side. All right, so we didn't get nothing up in here. All right, and then it says yes for July, 3 for May, so May the 3rd. This got no right here. It says, I know life is hard, just keep pushing forward, don't look back. Maybe somebody's being a little bit resistant, and it says, love yourself. Maybe someone's being resistant to that right now. You need a break, a vacation, and maybe you don't even want to take a break or a vacation because you know you want to keep working. And then we have yes here. Yes on want. Okay, so we have yes on want to make yourself a priority. Number one, you do want to do that, but you're not willing to take a break right now. But maybe possibly May the 3rd, you know, yeah, next month, May the 3rd, you're possibly going to finally take that break. Okay. All right. And then we have gone, and then it was on the top. So over. All right. It says, let's talk about it. Pull some cards. And it says worthy and you deserve. All right. So it's saying, pull some cards. I'm not going to pull some cards because I don't have time. I'm going to pull a card. Let's see. All right. One card, please. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay. We got 2 cards. One says protection and the other one says rich guy. So what I'm seeing is maybe someone is protected by a rich guy, or maybe you're going to meet a rich guy that's going to have you, that's going to protect you. Or maybe a protected guy. I mean, maybe a rich guy is protected. Lord have mercy, look at me. Maybe a rich guy is protected. And you flip the narratives how you need it be. It could be a rich guy is protected, or female is protected. You know what I'm saying? So it could be either or possibly you're being protected by a rich guy, maybe someone you don't know. It could be a secret admirer or something like that. Okay? And then we have new here, and then we have dollar signs. So we're looking at the rise. The rise of money is right here. And then we have February, and it says, show them you are not a label. Proud of you. New. So you can possibly be the new money that's going to be coming, yeah. The new money, perhaps. And also being new about what it is that you're doing. Something that's on the rise. And it says stop worrying. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Okay? Work for. Alright. Hello, beautiful. It says faded. Yes, let them talk. Let them keep looking. It says no one has time for that mess or drama. And then we have March. And then we have 333. So, you know, there's some good things going to be coming to some people. Probably next year in March. Or maybe you just now finding out about all this drama or whatever that we just spoke about. Or maybe it's coming to a head. And it says work for it. Yeah. You ain't got time to be worried about what other people say about you. You need to be working for it. Working for what it is that you're trying to do. Okay? And then we have blessing here. It says secure some funding. All right, learn. All right, your spirit steps from your ancestors. Okay, and they're letting you know you're blessed. All right, it says monitor your dreams. All right, make your new home. Then we have October. Maybe something's coming in October. I am not your property. This is my life. So yeah, you're not no one's property, and this is your life. This is not for some. You're not nobody's number one entertainment, because they won't like it when people start looking at them as entertainment, like sneak looking at them as entertainment. And then we also have work for again. So just keep working for your professional dreams and professional background. You might feel alone now, but I see a new love for you. Okay? So maybe you might have lost something and you might feel alone now, but there's something new coming through. You know what I'm saying? All right, and we have 1111. And I just heard if someone has to go through the channels of listening to someone else. And I'm also hearing a twin flame or something tried to destroy or hurt their own divine partner and didn't even know it was their partner. On the real. That's crazy. It says your money. Okay, you're unstoppable. Yes, money is on the way. 1111. Coming soon. Yep, it was on that, and it says yes again. We're in the middle of a dreamless epidemic. And then you can look up 000 and 222. Okay? And I hope this message found someone, and I hope it helped someone out. And be sure to like, share, subscribe. Love you all. This is